G'day, Ben from Melbourne here, and another contest. There's a few of them out there. You're wondering, what is that get-up you're wearing? Well, this is for What the Gym and his Wild West edition contest. Now, in Australia, because we do all things Australian here, our equivalent to the Wild West would be the outback. So I'm going to try and wangle that in. So just deal with it, people. First question is, show a Western movie. Well, I've got the soundtrack to that movie, and it is the great Nick Cave penned script and the score by Warren Ellis and Nick Cave for the great Australian outback movie, The Proposition. This is a brutal film, but fantastic. Really makes you feel the heat of the outback and the unbelievable harsh conditions that people lived in back then, and the out and out horrible racism of all of the whiteys that invaded this country. But let's not get too heavy. Great soundtrack too. Great movie. Next question. A Western themed album cover. Chris Altman's K Paso. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Check us out. Like twins. Great Australian artist, right into his Americana rootsy stuff. He's loving the Flying Burrito Brothers and the sweetheart of the rodeo era Birds. Brilliant stuff. Great Australian artist. Last question. A Western song. Now, we're talking about the outback, right? So I'm going to say this entire Midnight Oil record deals with our West, our outback. Up until this point, the Oils sang a lot about nuclear disarmament, and then they did a tour of the outback with the Aboriginal band, the Warumpi Band, and toured lots of remote Aboriginal communities. Really opened up their eyes to the disparity between how our Indigenous people live and how the rest of us live. And it was horrible. Beautiful people, but it's shameful this country has our Indigenous people, the First Nations people, living in conditions which are possibly, like third world conditions when we live in such a rich country. And the Oils address this in a beautiful way. I guess it's not unlike cowboy movies and Ken Burns documentaries and all that sort of thing I've watched of how Native Americans were treated in the States. So very similar situation in Australia. Still got a lot of work to do. And I'm going to get political. So vote yes in the voice to Parliament. And that's all I'm going to say. And if you disagree, too fucking bad. Anyway, let's not get fired up. All right, that's my third one. All great stuff. I know it's a cheat because if I turn the West into the outback, so maybe that means I shouldn't have worn this hat, which is the good guy hat. I should have worn my bad guy black hat. Jim, what the gym? Got that slightly wrong. Details below. Have a crack. See you in the next one.